Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. I appreciate you being here, and if you are here for the first time, I appreciate you watching, clicking on this video and taking the time to watch this one. This video is all about forward testing and the importance of it, what it's for, how I would go about it, and giving you some suggestions on how you can really add it into your trading and how much of it you need to do. So I'm going to cover some of those topics, and it really follows on from last week's video on backtesting. So last week I launched a video on this channel, and it had over 5,000 views in a few days, and it was very popular, very engaging in the comments. So go over and check that one out first. And this is kind of a follow-on from that video. So this video is about demo trading, paper trading, forward testing, whatever you want to call it. Really, it's relatively the same thing, and I want to explain my thoughts on this. So by the end of this video, you'll be able to make an informed decision on how it suits you best. So let's get stuck in. So first of all, what is the point of it? Okay, and the point of it is, if you think about backtesting, that gave you all of the confirmation of your system to a certain point. Now, if the purpose of forward testing or paper trading or demo trading is really the ability to go and take that system and take it live into the markets, real time. And what that's going to do is it's going to give you ultra confidence, because it's going to verify your system is still working. Remember when we said about backtesting giving you confidence in a system? Well, imagine if you had backtested a system and you'd found it to be profitable, and you'd tweaked it and optimized it to make it very profitable. And then you go forward into the live markets knowing that it's still working, it's still showing up as you tested it. You're able to identify the patterns the same way, you're able to take the trades and manage the trades the same way, and it still produces a profit, and you're able to compare those results with what happened on average in your backtesting, and you get a match. That is going to give you supreme confidence. Remember I said, we never know what's going to happen next. So having a system that's going live into the markets is really going to give you supreme confidence in your system. So it's first and foremost, it is a great way to verify what you've spent all that time testing and ensuring that it still works, to give you more confidence in your system, because that's all we need as traders. We need confidence. We need psychological ability and strength to go forward in the markets. So it helps with that. Second of all, it allows you to do it without spending any money, right? So you're not putting any real capital at risk when you're going and live trading, when you're going and demo trading, and you're going out live into the markets, into a real moving environment that's dynamic and changing from day to day, and it's unknown, and you're able to go and test those results. You're not actually putting your capital at risk. You can just go and make sure that you're happy with it, right, before you start putting your money at risk. So they're the fairly obvious reasons, okay? Now, my advice to newer traders who are just doing this whole round of testing for the first time, my advice is that you should go and forward test or demo trade or paper trade. Because a lot of people go into demo trading without even, they just think that demo trading is learning to trade, when that's ridiculous. Demo trading is the final piece before going live, and there's a lot that comes before demo trading, as you'll see throughout my videos. You have to learn the basics, learn a system, learn a strategy, test a strategy, right? Go and put a trade plan together, tweak it, optimize it, then go and practice it, right? And that is when you get to the demo trades phase, and that's when you consider funding a live account, once you've got all the other stuff in place. Demo trading is not a practice for real trading. There's a lot more to it before the demo trade. So by the time you get to the demo trading phase, I do recommend that you go and do some kind of verification in the market, and I'm going to explain why. And the first one is, if you're new, it's going to give you supreme confidence, of course, right? Now, imagine this. Imagine that you have just tested a system, okay? And then imagine you then go and forward test that live in the markets. And then imagine that then you go and fund that account with a small amount, and you still continue to trade that, or you demo trade it, or whatever you're doing. Imagine that you're able to do that for 6 months or a year, right? Knowing full well that the returns aren't really going to be enough for you to, you're not getting any returns. They're going to be such minuscule returns if you funded the account with a small amount. Imagine the discipline. If you're able to treat that as a business going forward for 6 months, imagine the position that you're going to be in, how ready you're going to be to manage real money. It doesn't get any better than that. It doesn't get any more ready for the real live markets than that, okay? So that's kind of another obvious reason. My own thoughts on forward testing or demo trading or paper trading is this. Because I've done so much trading and back testing now, I really see demo trading and forward testing as really just a way to make sure that I can confidently trade the system without making mistakes. So once I've tested it, one thing you don't do in your testing is place orders, right? One thing you don't do in your testing is manage trades. One thing you don't do in your system is one cancels other orders, or setting pit values and things like that, order position sizing. So you're not picking up nuances in the market. And it's really important that you go and do a phase of forward testing in your strategy before funding a live account, just to iron out all those errors that you're going to make, human errors that you haven't been able to practice during your back testing. In your back testing, you don't practice going to bed and leaving a trade on overnight. You don't practice, order placement. You don't practice what happens when there's a gap in the market and what's actually happening in real time. But most importantly of all, you don't practice implementation into your life. And what I mean by that is your personality, your consistency. Are these setups happening when I can't take them? It really forces you to develop contingency plans, and it really gives you a bird's eye view of the system overall. And it also throws up and highlights any reasons that you might want to change it or move away from it or tweak it in a certain way, because it's not quite working out, so that you can maintain consistency. And finally, of course, you don't have to spend any money till you get to the point where you are 100% comfortable and confident that you can trade it, and you've back tested it and forward tested it for a few months, and you've ironed out all the nuances. You've got, you've overcome any little mishaps that happen that you didn't see coming. You haven't been sideswiped because it's not real money. And you're now at a position where you can fund a live account very, very confidently and very comfortably. So my question again is, why wouldn't you? So just to round up the video and summarize, my advice is you don't have to go and forward test for a long period of time. In my opinion, forward testing is, because I'm a trader and I know I do testing every December on my systems, and then I go and demo, I'm always forward testing some kind of strategy. But I do it more for not the confidence element, because that's where I'm at in my trading, where I know that I can manage my trades, but more to do with a technical element of the actual implementation of the strategy, and make sure that it doesn't conflict with my other systems, it doesn't conflict with my lifestyle, it doesn't conflict with my personality in any way, and I'm able to technically execute the trades. That's really what I see forward testing for now. But if you're a beginner, absolutely go and do 6 months, 3 to 6 months of forward testing to make sure that you get a nice sample size, that not only you're happy with the technical things that I just mentioned, but you've also got supreme confidence in your system because you've replicated it and you've got replicatable and verified results. So that's my advice on forward testing. There's a fine line between testing so long and getting discouraged because you think, God, I'm not really, I'm not generating any returns, and that you don't want to be discouraged. They want to find the sweet spot between understanding it, knowing that you can execute technically, knowing that it's not going to affect you, and most importantly of all, the results meet your expectations from your back testing. So that's it, guys. I'd love to know your methods for forward testing. I do a test, then I do a back test, then I do a forward test. I've got my own little routine. I'd love to know your routine in the comments. It also help the other guys watching these videos and give them tips and tricks. So I really appreciate your feedback. It would mean a lot coming from you guys. So I look forward to seeing your comments in the comment section. Until next time, guys, take care. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you then.